Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is your t-shirted historian. About 8 months ago, I got up on YouTube and I unwrapped and unboxed the final issue of Kentaro Miura's Berserk manga in Young Animal magazine. It was really rough. I remember I was very overcome with emotion as I read the piece from the end of the book that said how they were unsure what was going to happen to the manga after his passing. They were not sure if it was going to continue. Here we are 8 months later, and I have some great news. Young Animal magazine, with the help of Kentaro Miura's best friend, Koji Mori, will continue to create Berserk on June 24th. Miura's assistants, under the supervision of Mori, will continue to create Berserk, starting with Young Animal magazine's 13th issue. They released a statement up on Twitter, which is in multiple languages, but I will read it for you. Not in multiple languages, of course. To our readers, we will resume the serialization of Berserk. Please accept our apologies for the long wait before we could make this announcement. We have read as many of your comments as possible for Die Berserk 10. Great Berserk exhibition. Young Animal Memorial Issue, Young Animal 2021 number 18, and Berserk Volume 41. We were extremely grateful for each and every one of your words, your messages sent to us through social media. We are truly touched by the love you all have for Berserk and the influence it has had on your lives. It is truly sad that Kentaro Miura himself is not here to read your comments with us. Before his passing, Kentaro Miura spoke to his close friend Koji Mori about the stories and episodes he had in mind for Berserk. He also had similar talks with his studio staff and editor. He wondered, would everyone be surprised if I drew something like this? How about a character like this? Would this storyline be interesting? The talks were not meant as his last words, but were a part of his ordinary days as a manga artist. Such ordinary days continued for more than a quarter of a century. Our minds and hearts are still filled with the thoughts that Mr. Miura shared with us during that time. We have also found memos of ideas he wrote and designs for characters that he drew and left behind. We were reluctant to end his story without sharing these with his fans. Our hope is for everyone to read the last episode we have put together until the very last frame. Upon resuming the series, our production team decided on a basic policy. Mr. Miura said so. This is what the production team kept in mind. Since he did not leave behind rough drafts, it is impossible for us to create a manuscript exactly in the way that he would have intended. However, we will write the manga so as not to deviate from Mr. Miura's own words. We would like to take the Kentaro Miura that we knew so fondly through our conversations and work and convey this to all of you in a sincere manner. We believe that this policy, though imperfect, is the best way to deliver the Berserk that Mr. Miura envisioned to everyone as faithfully as possible. From the next issue, we will publish 6 chapters until the end of Fantasia Arc Elf Island chapter. After this, we will start a new arc. Credits after the resumption will be original work by Kentaro Miura, manga by Studio Gaga, supervised by Koji Mori. And the numbering of the manga books will continue in order. Looking back, the first volume of Berserk was published in 1990, with 28,000 copies released for the first edition. It was not an immediate hit, and only a small group of people knew about it. Still, it drew avid fans, was able to hold their interest because people could feel Mr. Miura's desire to refine his craft. After a while, Berserk became a huge hit through Mr. Miura's extraordinary efforts and some good luck. Today, the first volume has been read by 2 million people around the world. We believe that Berserk has touched the hearts of many fans, and Mr. Miura would be happy to know that his thoughts had a great influence on people's lives and work. We hope that everyone will continue to have the same connection with Berserk in the chapters to come. Thank you to all the fans who sent us messages. We are also grateful to the many fans who quietly supported the manga through their thoughts. Every one of you will be the source of our energy as we move forward. We are truly grateful to you all. June 2022, Young Animal Editing Department. Nearly 30 years ago, Miura called me and said, "I need to talk to you about drawing a rough draft." I went to his workplace just to talk as we always do. But Miura looked more serious than usual. "I need to draw the eclipse," he said. I sensed it would be hard work, but couldn't believe it when I was trapped indoors for a week. In that very moment, the storyline for Berserk was completed, until the very last chapter. Strangely, the story for Berserk went on exactly as we discussed at the time, with almost no changes. I continued to talk with Miura often, whenever there was a big episode. We did so ever since we were students, consulting each other while working on manga. I think people with good intuition would realize by now that I know the story for Berserk up to the very end. Still, I cannot say that I can draw it because I know it. That is because only the genius Kentaro Miura can write a masterpiece like Berserk. However, a great responsibility has fallen on me. While he was alive, Miura said, "I haven't told anyone other than you, Mori, about the story in its entirety." And that was the truth. It is too big a responsibility. I thought, should I talk to fans about it through an interview? Should I publish an article with some illustrations? But that wouldn't convey the scenes that Miura described to me, or the lines of Guts and Griffith. Just when I was trying to decide what to do, I received a message. The staff are saying they will finish the last chapter that was left behind, so can you take a look? The last few pages of the chapter were incomplete. Some did not even have the characters drawn on them. I took a look at the manuscript without expecting much. Desperation can push people to great miracles. There it was, the completed manuscript for Berserk. "Mr. Mori, will you let us do it?" Miura's apprentices, whom Miura had been so proud of while he was alive, asked me straight. Company director Shimada, a mentor for me and Miura, also said, "If you do it, the company will give our full support." I thought if I run away now, Miura would say, "I talked to you about it so much, but you didn't do it." All right, I'll do it properly. I have a message and a promise to everyone. I will recall the details as much as possible and tell the story. Also, I will only write the episodes that Miura talked to me about. I will not flesh it out. I will not write episodes that I don't remember clearly. I will only write the lines and stories that Miura described to me. Of course, it will not be perfect. Still, I think I can almost tell the story that Miura wanted to tell. The talent Miura's apprentices have are real. They are brilliant artists. Many of you may not be fully satisfied with the Berserk written without Miura, but we hope everyone's thoughts will be with us. We ask for your continued support. June 2022, Kuji Mori. I'm once again overcome with a lot of emotion about this. I would get my deluxe versions of Berserk every few months. I would read through them, and when I would finish, I would just have to hold on to them and just try not to burst into tears because I knew it was going to end unfinished. So, this brings me a lot of joy, and I certainly hope that it brings you some joy to be able to continue to read Berserk. I'm not expecting the quality of the work to be the same as it was, I suppose, because it is impossible to directly follow a man's work in his exact tone. We've seen over and over again. But I know these men will do the best job that they possibly can, and I think they will bring it to a satisfying conclusion, because I think that's where the Berserk saga is headed. But that's okay, because things have to end at some point. And I'm glad we're going to get a proper ending this time. Well, until next time, this is your t-shirted historian, and we'll see you later.